Okay, so you've got your Lazer, you've run it a couple of times, you kind of know what you're doing now, but you still don't have any idea how to make money with your Lazer. Well, today that's all gonna change. I'm gonna show you a step-by-step method to create products with your Lazer, to personalize them, to market them, and how to sell them and make you at least $1,000 a month. 'Tis the season, right? Or it's getting there. Today we're gonna be talking about making these pet-style, personalized ornaments for Christmas. And we're gonna be doing this all with the assistance of homestylecustoms.com. Matt over at homestylecustoms.com has made this so easy for you, even a caveman can do it. Is that still a thing? Anyway, Geico, right? Basically what he's done is he's done all the legwork for you. He's put together packages of different ornaments, but he's done all the marketing for you. He outlines how to make the product, the best materials to use with it, the best fonts to use with it, all that stuff. So you're not just downloading like a PNG or an SVG file, you're downloading the files, you're downloading the marketing material. So I'm gonna jump over on the computer in a second and show you some of the materials that come in the package. But before I jump over on the computer, I just wanna say that Matt has created a great support group on Facebook that, I mean, these guys are there to sell products. So this is your go-to source if you have any questions that aren't listed in the materials. I will put a link to Homestyle Customs down in the description along with a promo code for you guys to get 10% off. And I will also link to the Facebook group. Okay, so here we are on the Homestyle Customs homepage. As you can see, they have all sorts of different bundles. You've got the naughty and nice ornaments. You've got all sorts of different ornaments. Today, what we're gonna be doing is the adorable dog ornaments pack. If you guys don't know, dog paraphernalia, laser engraved dog stuff, or laser engraved pet stuff, I guess I should say, is really popular right now. And we're going to check that out just a second on Etsy. But it's extremely popular and extremely lucrative right now. Okay, so here's the packet right here. And this comes with 50 breeds, 2 versions of each breed, 100 plus ornaments. I mean, you can read it for yourself, but the beauty of it is it comes with all of this stuff. On top of that, it comes with your marketing materials and things and other things you may need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this window away for a second. Actually, before we go into it, I'm going to jump over to the Facebook page. This Facebook page is designed to share your laser engraved items, but it's also available if you have any questions or anything with the files or what you're doing with the files. All right, but here you can see some of the ones that were done. These have a painted background on them. This one has name here, so you can always change those. We'll go through that in a minute, but let's go through what you get. So when you get your bundle, you'll get this stuff included. So you've got an invite to the Facebook page. This is instructions and information, goes over what's an engrave, what's a score, what's a cut, what's a release cut. There are marketing examples in here. It talks about how much to sell them and talks about what your manufacturing cost is per ornament. Here he's stating that he generally uses 1/4 inch maple. We're going to use 1/8 inch cherry today. I like my ornaments to be a little thinner when they're stacked and not so bulky. This just goes over some more marketing information, things like this. You guys can read this if you end up pulling down one of the bundles. Here's all your marketing material. You've already got photos of everything. So this just has like what the catalog would look like. It's got each individual dog already listed out for you. This is all stuff that you would have to do on your own, which would suck. And then you've got additional designs. These are different backers, I think. So you can do some paws in the background if you want to. You can, so that would be an engrave of paws in the background. We're not going to do any of that, but you do have that available. If you want to cut them all the way out, you can too. Also, you've got a wings version in case a pet has passed away. And this is something that a lot of people purchase. So just a nice other option to have. Come to the font list. These fonts, you can get these on Creative Fabrica if you're a member. If you're not a member of Creative Fabrica, I can post a affiliate link down below. I've used that for other projects. There's a lot of good designs in there. But if you don't want to sign up for them, you can always go check out Dafont, DAFONT.com. And I think you can get all of these different fonts there as well. Okay, so now you just got all your renders. And these are all the pictures that you can put on your Etsy page or your own website. And it shows the ornament already completed. You don't have to take pictures of your own until you get some. And then these are renders of the individual ornaments. Okay, so we're gonna go to the main files. And I did one for my Golden Doodle Apollo, but I want to do one for, she's actually a mutt, but she looks like a Rottweiler. So we're gonna do one for Rottweiler, and we'll do the other design. So we'll do the one that has the icons in it. The one that I showed you earlier doesn't have these cutouts in it. So we're gonna do that guy. We'll go ahead and download that. So I'm just gonna bring that file just right into Lightburn. Go ahead and make it bigger. And as it stands, these are about 4 inches tall, I believe. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna mess with any of these settings yet. I'm gonna come in here with a new layer, and I'm gonna type Sugi. And then obviously we'll change that to, Autophobia is the font that I downloaded that was suggested. So I'm just gonna take this guy, make it a little smaller. And then if you watch, it kind of snaps into place. There we go. And maybe a little smaller. And then there we go. All right, perfect. Okay, so that's basically your file. I'm gonna go ahead and change these settings. With your different cut and engrave lines, I like to take the last one, this blue line, which is gonna cut the whole thing out. I like to move it down to the last layer because I want all this to cut and engrave first, and then I want it to cut it out of our stock. And while we're at it, we're just gonna pull over the backing as well. It's gonna take the same layer cuts. And I'm not really gonna go over settings on this because it's gonna depend on your laser. I'll show them quickly when I get ready to do this design. But like I said, it's gonna depend on your laser and your style of laser on how you're actually going to do these. So it's gonna vary from machine to machine. Okay, so let's get back into Etsy. And I'm gonna look up laser cut Christmas ornaments. Now, one thing you're gonna filter out is you wanna go to physical items because we don't wanna be looking at digital downloads currently. Okay, and then I always go to top customer reviews, and then let's take a look at this one. Okay, I use an extension called EveryBee. It's gonna analyze this listing and tell us how many have been sold. So this one is 17 sales a month for $187. So that's kind of a low one. But let's write that one down. We got 187, get out of there. All right, so these aren't pet related, but these are personalized ornaments. We'll go in here, and this one's doing about 2,500, 2,530 a month. This one's another one that's personalized. Let's see what this one's doing. This one's doing 601. Here's some personalized dog ones. This one's doing 6,206 a month. Here's another dog one. See what this one's doing. This one's doing the 802. We'll do one more here's another dog one. This one's doing 2,700 in sales, 2,743. Okay, so give me 1 second to add this up because I need to math. So I'm just gonna take an average. Okay, in total comes to about $13,000 divided by 6 listings, divided by 6 listings. That comes out to $2,178.16 a month. So making $1,000 a month with one of these designs is not out of the question at all. I got the studio set up upstairs, so it looks like we're in the fucking Twilight Zone. Woo! All in a day's work when you're making videos. Welcome to the shop! Yay! We're finally out here. Let's head on over and fire up the old Easy Bake Oven here. So today we're working with the AP Lazer. You can do this on other lasers. You can do this on a diode. The reason I'm using the AP Lazer is because especially when you're doing a lot of small items, to be able to do them and batch them out quick is key in order to make money. It affects your bottom line. So we're gonna be doing this today on here just because it's gonna be a little faster, and we like fast here at Build Dad Build. We like fast. We live our life a quarter mile at a time. See? See, Vin Diesel, baby. I think I said we were gonna use cherry. I'm gonna use walnut. If you happen to be using a 100-watt CO2 laser, here are my settings. Outer cut, or the black line, or I guess all lines are gonna cut at 1 inch per second, 60% power. The red layer, or the score layer, is gonna be 1 inch per second at 30% power, and then the engrave is 25 inches per second at 38% power. So that only matters if you're using a 100-watt CO2 laser. Other than that, those numbers aren't going to mean squat to you. Okay, see my mistake? So if this ever happens, this is why. If you've ever played with your kerf offset, on your different layers in Lightburn, when you change those, they'll save in there like that. So if you look at this, see how the lettering is cut through on there? The reason is because I had my kerf offset set to 1 millimeter in, I think. Something like that for a project that I was doing. I did not reset that, so that is the reason that that happened. If this happens to you, go check your cut lines and check your kerf offset and make sure it's set to 0. Let's run it again. Okay, and then we got our finished product. I went ahead and changed this to a score line. I didn't feel like I could see the Sugi very well. It shows up better on the cherry. I'm gonna come in here and weed. You really don't need to weed these out too much. And then we're just gonna glue this to this. One little trick, you guys always ask how to get rid of this laser burn, just isopropyl alcohol. Just go ahead and wipe it off. It'll take all that burn off there. And try not to get your paper towel all over it. But that'll work on, I mean, you don't really need to do it on the back piece, but any of that burn mark will come right off. All right, and then just medium Starbond. If you guys are looking for an adhesive for these projects, I'll leave a link to Starbond down below with a discount code. This stuff is the easiest stuff to use for these kind of projects. I'm just gonna come in here, and remember we have the center cutout, so all we wanna do is put this around the edge where it's gonna adhere to the other piece. Go ahead and line that up. We're gonna let that sit for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna put a little finish on it, and we'd be done. It's kind of gross outside, so I'm not gonna take you with me, but I'm just using this clear lacquer, satin. If you like them shinier, obviously you can use the gloss or semi-gloss. I just like to use the satin, but this stuff right here. All right, guys, and after finish, that's your final product right there. Looking pretty good, pretty good. I dig them, I dig them. So let's talk a little Mickey Mouse math while we talk about why you want a bigger, faster, more powerful laser. So we were finishing those in about 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So let's say 4 minutes per. I'm gonna need my calculator out here. Which means in a production environment, we can do 15 of those an hour. And let's say we're charging $15 for those times 15. That's $225 an hour. And I realize this is without material costs and things like that, but all of that is ceteris paribus when we talk when we're just talking about how fast these go. I would say on a 20-watt diode laser, it would take you about 15 minutes per, which is 4 an hour, and 4 an hour, 4 times 15 is $60 an hour. So being able to run those faster is definitely gonna make you more money. Because if you look at it, if you're gonna, let's say you had 15 to do, we know at 4 minutes a unit, that's gonna be 1 hour. But if we have 15 times 15, we're looking at 225 minutes or almost 4 hours, 3.75 hours to do the same amount of work. So when I'm telling you guys when you're in a production environment, you want a faster, more powerful laser, that is why. But all in all, I mean, if you just wanna make these for your friends too, I think they're a very cool little design. Like I said, you get all the marketing and everything you need from Homestyle Customs. Okay guys, so I hope this gives you a jumping off point for a business opportunity. If you got anything out of this video, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button down below. And watch this video right here and you'll see how a guy used Homestyle Customs to make himself $1,200 in 24 hours. Now, I'm out of here.